Well, I did some research on dry scalp last night. Found out it's normal for pregnant women. Um, I have enough stuff to go ahead and cure it according to what they say. But it's not dry right now. God, I'm kind of bummed. I've been talking to Brad for 6 or 7 months now, 3 or 4 times a week. He's answered all my questions. Been a good friend. And I don't even want to go down there because what that one dickhead said, you die. I'm like, yeah, okay, right, dude. They've been trying to kill me since I was 5. Seems that way anyway. But that just frustrated me. Then I had to deal with the psycho bitch over there at Verizon. Doesn't she realize that she can go to jail for that if I'm right and they catch her? I think she does. What are you doing here? I said, I'm a customer. It's the higher half. What are you? It's like, what am I doing here? I say guilty. I don't think Randy would have done it because when I didn't call him, yeah, he missed me too much. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and pull my accounts today. See what I'm going to do with them. I know the neighbors that were picking on me didn't have anything to do with this. They were just being kids. I'm glad he told me who he was. I was hoping he was going to sit inside and talk to me for a while. When I first came to his life, he would spin my head so I'd spin his head. We spun each other's head to where we could come to the conclusion we're both right about stuff. Yeah, he's a decent dude. I don't know what they're into. I don't care what they're doing. It's none of my business. Same thing I told the cops. I don't care what happens around here. I just live here. I'm retired. And when I was in San Diego, everywhere I went, I was accused of being a cop. I didn't realize that because everybody knew I was working for Dad. That was a hush hush thing. I didn't tell anybody, unless they must have told them all. So I'm gonna get dressed and decide where I'm gonna go. It's snowing outside. It's cold. It's -1 degree and snowing. So the guy who told me it's too cold to snow didn't know what he was talking about. I've seen it snow way below zero. I didn't want to go up over the Rockies that night. I wanted to wait till morning. He made me go over. Guy when I worked for Prime. My tooth isn't loose anymore. It's tight in there. It doesn't hurt at all. I think the Orajel helps doing that. So we'll see what happens. I know they're getting better. I floss them, they still get stuck in places. Yeah, a baby will really screw up their teeth, but if you take the right medicine, take care of them, you could get on top of it. So why would they realize I was pregnant? Why didn't they order me some prenatal? That didn't make any sense to me. I told them I was taking it, but first you need some better prenatal. So we're saying cut the tips off of this aloe vera plant. I'm looking at this thing; it's already big up. The only thing I do is when it falls, and then I'm thinking, okay, it's supposed to do that. It's a healing medicine plant. So I might try that. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I know today's wide open. I know I need to call that guy. I need to call Swift, which I'm probably going to do her first thing in the morning. And I'm probably going to stay here for the day. Just watch the snow. I had my motor last night, so you only need to run it about an hour a week on a car. Keep it from getting all gooey, stuff like that. If you let it sit, things will work right. And you probably should start it every third day. And I think once I go down and check my bank account, I'm going to put the tires on. and put out all four. I'm going to try to refinance it today. But I know it's being paid for, but I don't know what they're charging me or anything else. I've been screwed all the way up down the line, and it's time for me to take action. If I can't get anything done with Union Bank, I'm going to take it to the Consumer Report. I think Byron's going to help me. I think he really wants to refinance that car. He really wants to get me back in my account, which is cool. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I know Legacy's got a lot of stuff. I know they really ripped me off and everything else, and the Moody's lady and all that other stuff. But we'll see what happens. Chong's long gone. The original David Chong has been gone for 5 years. I've been following these people. Okay, so all I have to do is feel the person, and I can follow them. I don't need to do it the traditional way with computers or everything else, because I am psychic and I'm quite talented. Who was I trained by? I don't think I was trained like that. I don't remember. I could have had some training when I was a kid, but you know, as far as I'm concerned, all I did all that all by myself. It was just natural to me. All I have to do is think and feel, and I know it, which is really strange. How did I know that guy was going to crash into the wall a week later before it happened? Told Brad, they brought in 6 cop cars. I was walking down the street. I was going to go ahead and subdue him. I wasn't going to hurt him. I was just going to wrap him up, toss him around, and get him to come down there. Sometimes the worst things that happen to people are the best things that happen to them. Like when the guy stabbed that guy, that was the worst thing that happened to him. He ran. I caught him in Yuma. He came up to me and said, "What, did that guy live?" I said, "Yeah, of course he lived." "What happened?" He said he just got so mad he couldn't handle it. He said it wasn't you. The other guy was kind of weird. I think you're feeling his energy and he got scared. And you do stupid shit when you're scared sometimes. So he stuck him and went over to the church. I said, "How did you get away?" He said, "I was watching the whole thing." I'm like, "Damn, that's pretty smart." Everybody else went out to look for him. He's right there. Then he hid over at Bond's house and everything else. And they sent him someplace. What did he do? He came back, turned himself in, and became a cop. I saw the same guy 2 years later. He remembered me. I didn't remember him. He goes, "You remember me?" I said, "Oh yeah, you're that. What happened?" Well, I turned myself in. I said, "What are you now?" I said, "I'm a detective." I'm like, "Congratulations." Sometimes it happens that way. You know, I wouldn't mind working with the police department, but I'm not going to work with somebody that tells me something stupid like that, even though he's trying to be funny. That was just hateful and snotty. I think people don't like the fact that I am a marshal. I don't like the fact that I'm a marshal. So anyway, I'm gonna call Randy. Probably, what is today? The 15th, about April. I'm gonna go down and see if Brad's out there if he wants to talk. Tell him everything that's happened. Today I'm gonna call my banks today. I'm gonna call Swift and say, "Look, you have a picture, a driver's license like you wanted. Now I need my W-2s. Well, I can't give them to you. You gave them to me the first time without any hassle. How do I get them? Do I have to go down there or do I have to get an attorney to do this?" I think they've just been busy. I think when I talk to the lady, it's going to be a nice, fun conversation. I'm going to get my W-2s. I plan a trip. Okay, so you guys know how I see stuff. You know how I know things. I saw this image of this girl right on the edge of the plant, and it was clear, and I'm sure everybody would have seen it if I would have taken a picture of it. And I saw another image that I didn't understand. Last night I saw Dad back over there about the time Jason was around. Why he was coming out there screaming, I don't know. But I'm glad he did because now they taught me how they use the lights and the LEDs and everything else. And it was reported in 1996. It's 44 years. They were really good at that shit. I'm gonna help them. I'd rather be friends than arrest anybody. It's none of my business what they do. I don't care what they do. As long as they stay out of my way, I'm fine. Remember, I'm retired. I'm a housewife. I don't know anything. But anyway, I wrote 4 videos last night. I rearranged the cat's bed up there. I put my backpack up there because she knocked a couple of those bottles down, so I put them down under here. I'll probably plow through those in a week or so. But anyway, I bought two of those big old monster drinks. Don't know where the other one went. Okay, that's dinner for tonight. But I'll drink this one today, probably. I'm gonna do my Cyrus Radio if I can get it for $5. It's the code should come up on my car. The deal should come up on my car. So when I call him, which I'm probably gonna call after I call Swift. Swift isn't open for another 2 hours. I'll probably call Cyrus first. I'm gonna call Randy after I get out of this video. God, I'm already 12 minutes into it. See, this is why this is so much fun for me. So I get to close out this video. I get to open up and see what I did last night. I ran my stuff through probably 50 times last night. I ran it through more. It had more stuff on it and had more cool stuff than I did before. Because I got into this stuff and I thought, well, I've got albums in here, I've got this, I have that, and everything's free. And all I wanted to do is be a partner. And I had 88 views last time. I probably got a few hundred now. I have over 11,000 impressions. The guy said he got to become a partner at 36. If that's the case, I'm only 24, 25 impressions away. And I'm interesting. I have all my stories to tell. I've been giving up secrets of the family, secrets of my life, and things that I never thought I'd talk about. I talk on YouTube and they go, cool, dude. Wow, you're fucked. Or you've been through hell. What are you doing still here? I don't know. The trippy thing about Earth and life, other places are different, but this one it's unique. It's special. I mean, you could be drop dead, pissed off, and to the point where you're going to do something stupid the day before. Very next day, you go wake up happier than soon. And nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is your output. Um, yeah, I've been through a weird situation. I'm royalty, which I found out later on, kind of like Tommy. Tommy, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. But anyway, make a long story short, it's like it hasn't been easy. It's never been easy. I mean, my mom raised me with the fact that she had to cover up what they did. I was supposed to be down there, but some of those kids should have been down there. Laura got down there because her dad knew somebody. Roy got down there because her husband was on the deep space program. He was a pilot. Now I'm the highest ranking officer around in Donald's. Yesterday they called me. They texted me and said, we don't want any money. We just want to know if you want to vote for Donald. I said, you know how I feel. Randy said I can go out to a rally. A little late for me to go to this one. And I'm pregnant. And I shouldn't be traveling, but I would travel anyway because I'm probably going to go to California first. Then I'm probably going to go to one of these rallies. Oh, wow. Was that a contraction? I don't know. Might have been. I probably should go down to the hospital and have an ultrasound done. I was thinking maybe this week, unless I go to California. The funny thing is I'm okay to drive. I haven't had a problem in the car. I need to go to Grand Junction. Oh, I don't. I really need to go to Phoenix and get my W-2s, but I think they're going to give them to me today when I call. I think it's. Oh yeah, here they are. And if I was to work, go back to work for Swift, I could run from Craig to Denver, be home 3 nights a week, and make 50,000. But I was thinking, if I join the bureau and everything else, then I get a little bit more respect from people. But I really don't want to do that kind of work unless I'm like a park ranger or something. So I'm thinking about signing up and joining, go back down to the police department, talking to that guy. And guess what? Here's my badge. What are you doing? I'm semi-retired. If they need me, they call me. If they don't, I don't do anything. Well, you really were telling the truth. Get your name changed? Yeah, I did. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it anyway. And half of my friends I should have arrested. Lyle, definitely Larry. Rick when he was being bad. Yeah, I'd like to get to know that guy a little bit better. You know who I really want to hook up with? Sammy Hagar. I think that would be fucking fun. Him and I hanging out on the beach singing together. What are we going to come up with? I think the drummer Steve from Pink Floyd, he uh, he was really after me to go to a concert. Why don't you just come around and hang out with us? You know, this, that, and everything else. You don't have to do drugs or anything. You just have to kick back and enjoy the music. You know, and I had something like that going down in the caves with a bunch of the people out there. And I think those guys became Tesla. I'm not really sure who they were because like I said, I should have never forgot things. But I remember playing the guitar and singing with them. You really went out? I can't change the weather, Mars. Bathroom is here screaming. Continue. You still want to go out? Yeah, it's 40 below. I got a heater in my truck and I don't give a fuck. And I'm off the road. Hell yeah, I'll give you plenty of attention. Let's throw you on the bed to see what you do. You went out on the job. Alright, let's see if you want to be like Kitty. This is my little buddy Mars. He's always a kitty. Look at this. Hi, baby. He wakes me up in the middle of the night. What's that? Screams at the top of his lungs. He's learning not to do it when Randy's around. He looks me went to go outside and that breath hit his that air hit his breath and froze it. He's like, oh hell no. When I wanted to go out, I bumped her tail a little bit. And he told me in the beginning, he said, don't kick them out when they don't want to go. And when they went in, let them in. Mars was the first friend I had. He came up to me and I started petting him, and he just started purring like a feline. I shouldn't be drinking this, but I'm not gonna drink all of it. Now I've thrown these things out before when I tried to quit drinking them, and start on it again. And the lady over there, the gas station where I bought, she gave me a dirty look. I'm thinking, okay, she doesn't want me drinking them, so that's my condition. Are you still going out, kitty? They have they go down the drain out here, and they run down to this underground wherever they're going. They have little burrows down here that animals have dug over the years. They have some of those barrels that go all the way upside down, all the way underground. Come here, Mars. Come here. All right, I'll let you outside. You won't be out long. What I don't like to do is take off when they're all outside like that. Okay. Mars, you idiot. Okay. Well, I'm not going anywhere now, that's for sure. Not with him out there like that. He walks out, he stumbles around and everything else, he flips his tail. Poor cat. He's got a broken heart. His girlfriend left him for somebody else. You know how I know? Because I've seen him over the years and everything else. I've seen his just demeanor and stuff like that and everything. In mating season, he was out a lot. Before, he never went out. He just kind of hung around with us. And now he's out again, and now he's crying. So either his girlfriend moved, and he's too close to his mom to go ahead and leave. Otherwise, I'm sure he would leave us if he didn't have anything keeping him here. Maybe it's me, maybe it's Randy, maybe it's something else keeping him here. There's a reason why this cat hangs around us. I think because he loves us. We take really good care of him. Now, when I first came into their lives, Venus was screwing with me. And Peaches was the first one to take interest in me. So, anyway, I'm taking care of the cats, and Venus comes up and starts, I don't know what she was doing, but she was just letting it know she did not want me around. And Peaches looks at her, shakes his head, and looks at her like, "Are you kidding me? Look what she's doing for us. She feeds us all the time. She takes care of us. She pets us. She wakes us up whenever we need anything. Every time any one of the cats were upset or shaking or anything like that, like they do when he sleeps sometimes, I'd wake him up and pet him. I'd pick him up and I hold him. Lily adopted me. Now, Peaches was there when it happened. I had just cooked this New York steak perfect. She took her hand, smacked it, knocked it out of my hand, and started eating it. So I sat there and watched her. First, I was pissed, but I didn't know what to do. The cat was kind of frail and fragile, and everything else. I didn't have a squirt gun, so I wasn't going to squirt it. That's when I got the squirt guns. And then I quit squirting the cats. So I picked it up, cut it up in pieces, and I fed it to her. She ate that whole damn thing. I mean, I'm watching this cat chow down the steak like, wow. So what she did? She jumps up on my lap. And he comes home, sees this kitty in my lap. She's just purring and everything else. Now Spook was coming around. Lap kitty, little frail pipsqueak, turned around and would chase that cat off. I mean, she kicked his ass a couple of times. She died. She died in my lap. And I put her on the bed. I started petting her and I was crying. Randy goes, "She's gone." I said, "Her eyes, she's still around. She's gone." So we took her, put her in one of the flowery blankets that we had, wrapped her up in there, dropped her by the tree. And I told Randy, I said, I wanted to dig her up. He said, "Why would you do that? That's gross." No, that was my friend. If I had her bones up there to where I could look at it. But then again, I seen her spirit around and everything else. I see this black shadow. Sometimes I see Chuchi, and sometimes I see, other animals that we had and stuff and everything. And especially Sugar. Sugar comes around a lot. But it's when you die, you've been invited. When you've been invited, you're sensitive. As many times as I've died in my lifetime, all the way up until I was 15, I was sick a lot. That's why Dad took me down there, because they kept on having to revive me. And I finally realized that. And I got to be kind of one of the favorite people down there. Now, that's why Donald wants to see me again. He was older. He remembers more than I do. He didn't, take, I guess, the coward's way out, but I guess I did. If it wasn't for the English girls, I wouldn't feel so bad about it. But now that they're back in my life, it really bothers me. How could I do that to those kids and just ignore them? Remember, I was hurt pretty bad. I thought their mom died. She didn't die. Nobody told me. She just disappeared. It's easy to do. I was thinking of doing that. Being a girl, you can disappear a lot easier. Yeah, our fingerprints. I don't quite believe that. I think if you really wanted to change them, you could change them. Maybe it's right. I don't know. But that's what everybody goes by. Brad said he didn't know what mine were going to do. Mine stayed the same. Now, I think I'm going to tell Randy tonight I'm going to call him and be a part-time employee and a private investigator. I could be a private investigator all by myself, but I want a badge. And, it pays quite a little bit more. Wouldn't have to worry about an income on my car and everything else. So I wouldn't have to refinance my car through the bank. Wouldn't have to do anything. Does that money scare me? Remember, it killed my whole family. I'm the only one alive. Anyway, I think I'm going to stay here today and get everything done. I'm going to start off with maybe Cyrus Radio. First, I'm going to start off talking to Randy, tell him what I'm going to do. And I'm going to purchase it. I get 3 months for $1 if I don't get my $5 plan. I'm going to purchase the big plan. $22 on my car, I can write it off. I got Cyrus Radio when I take this trip, when I go places. When I get out of town and everything else and run, and Randy and I are going to do stuff this summer, or I'm going to do it by myself, maybe, then we can go ahead and have radio. But I think that maybe is going to be more entertainment than the radio. I probably cancel it anyway. They miss me. I use Cyrus Radio entertainment. My problems with Verizon, my situation, like accounts being hacked and everything else. How do I know that's not the girl that did it from the beginning? They teach their kids how to do this stuff. That way they don't get caught. Kids do juvie, they grow up and do other stuff. Or they become thieves, just like their parents. I grew a family like that. The gangs, now if I was to join the Harmon gang, I'd probably be Sarah Harmon. Which would be alright with me, because I love those guys, but I can't do what they're doing. But I don't think they're doing things like that. I think they're pity Annie. I think their dad might have been doing stuff that nobody knew about, but I don't even think Diana knew. I don't know. I miss my friend. I'd like to go down there too. So I think I'm going to road trip in the next week or two. After I go to the hospital and have the ultrasound done and see where I'm at, it says, do you think I should travel? If I can't travel, then I can't travel. But they wanted an answer, and I gave them. I said, yeah, I'd vote for you guys. But I didn't vote the first time. I voted the second time. I haven't voted in 40 years since Bush. Figured out what that guy did. Like, what in the hell did Laura have us vote for something like that? She didn't know. Anyway, so I got closer to my friends out there, and I hope you talk to me. I think that's a useful item to have. People talking through each other through their lighting system. I mean, that's cool shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, it is what it is. I know they were using it when they were running back over in Junction. And that organization's still going on. I think they're up here too. I don't remember half them people. So I'll probably stay here today. Let Randy pick up one of those things. I know what I'm going to tell him. We could just seal it. It's almost sealed anyway. All we have to do is put a until we could probably even fold up some tape and pop it in there or something. The plastic will last for years. We don't need to pull out the old one. What I need to do is cut it and fit it. What I need to tell him. So I'm going to call him and tell him that now. You guys go listen to this conversation. I was thinking that would suck if I didn't have service. Hi, honey bunny. This is your secret admirer. What are you wearing? Are you wearing yogurt? Okay. Well, I'm gonna do the Cyrus Radio thing. I'm gonna do the Cyrus Radio thing, and I'm gonna call Swift today to get my W-2s, and then I was going to talk about my accounts with Union Bank. I'm gonna let the other stuff go. I'm not gonna worry about the idiot from Verizon, and I'm not gonna worry about Navy Bank. So I figured out these bankers that do this, they all seem to last about a year. The banks get rid of them. But that's what I'm going to do today. Did you have your break? How was it? Was it good? Yeah. I thought that was a little better than the last one was. I was I was thinking about getting in the car and doing something today and going to get my tires and stuff. I look outside and Mars gets up and goes, rare, rare. Look, that's what he was telling me. He looks at me like, do something with his weather. So I open the door for him. He goes in. I put him on the bed, pet him for a while. He gets off the bed and he goes up there and chows down. And he goes up there and looks at me and opens the door. Rare. And I said, Mars, you don't want to go out there. You don't want to go out there. And I'm like, Mars, you idiot. And he finally gives up. I think he's got a broken heart. I think his girlfriend left him. Huh? Huh? I didn't pull it. I spent $15 worth of stuff yesterday. Somebody took it off, pulled it, and changed the amount on it. The only one who could do that is the cashier. or somebody who knows how to do it. So somebody just stole $60 from me when I purchased that over there. I won't buy anything over there from now on. Well, it pisses me off because we had that $196 that we were supposed to get for the taxes on it. Otherwise, I would have bought so much stuff. They charged us for the whole thing and gave us $100 discount. Somebody stole that from you. That was your bonus, whatever it was. I got pissed off about that. Oh, this is kind of cool. All the snow from the roof on the shed had melted. Now it's starting to build up again. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Other than that, how's work going? So I think I'm going to call Cyrus first and take a deal with him. And, I could always cancel it if I don't want it or if I don't use it like I think I would. But I'll try it at first. And then I'll call and get my W-2s from Swift. And then I'll call on the car. I think we're going to call the car first. I kind of feel like doing that now. But he's not open yet. Yeah, Brad will be back in a couple weeks. I'm starting to think he's the only sensible one in that place. I still have to use the court system for the closing of the accounts of the Capital One and the Chase account. I'll probably start that this week too. So today and tomorrow I should be done with everything. On that paperwork, there's actually two accounts. On the bigger one, I think one's a savings and one's a checking. I've never seen paperwork like that before, but it is a trust account. So we'll see what happens. I'm just having a good old time watching it snow again. I'm not going anywhere because when the cats went in, I want to let them in. And like I said, they have plenty of places to go. They stay warm. Okay, sorry. Just what's on my mind. All right, I'll let you go. See you when you come home. When you're leaving, 10:30. Cool. Later. Love you too. Bye. Usually he's pretty funny. Like they should. Jessica Rabbit said, "Why are you with Roger? He makes me laugh." I don't need those anymore. Those make me look ugly, I think. So everything's looking up. Everything's going pretty much the way I want it to, but it's slowly. That's okay. I can wait. I can do this. This is fun. And this is entertaining, and I have a lot of information to get out. I beat the alien shit to death. I beat the Diana stuff to death. Um, I beat the Fallout Shelter to death. We'll let all that stuff go. So my hair's not itchy today. It's weird. I guess it balances better. I took those pills. Well, anyway, all right. This is 40 minutes of nothing but shit from shit for brains who write stories about being on the shitter. This is another shitty story from, I don't know, whatever. Peace out. I'll drop it at 40 minutes exactly. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. When I was a kid and I was sick, I used to stare at the clock a lot. And I told my dad one time, I said, I was watching the clock and it went to 5 and then it went back to 2. When did it happen? This afternoon? He didn't say anything. I told him it happened again. And he said, I glitched. You're sick. You might not be around very much longer. Why didn't I leave? I love my parents. They tortured my mom when she died. They cut into her wrist, drained her blood. I saw the scars. I sent them everywhere and stuff. That's why this financial lawsuit came into place. Um, that was ugly. Dad, now Lori said they killed him. Lori said he died and they worked on his body. They were supposed to be sent out in the ocean together. Well, they worked on somebody. They didn't work on Dad. Dad's still alive. And Randy said he looks like he's in his 50s. I think him being, who he was and everything else, he also was where I got the Greek mythology stuff from. I seen him 2 years ago when I was still driving a truck. In fact, I'm going to call Swift first and get my W-2 forms, payroll. And when he came by and everything else, the time that I crashed, that he made everything come back, I figured that's when I became a myth, whatever you want to call it. Dad's always been talented like that. I don't know, it's just kind of strange to see him actually do it. I've talked about it before, so it's out on other videos. And some of you guys have known I talked about it. I kind of freaked out about it, but that's life. Some people are just different. I can't help it. I'm gonna make my first call to Swift, get that over with. Hopefully, I get my accounts and don't have to go down there. That's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna say, okay, then pay for my trip. They'll give it to me. They have to. It's the law. And they're really good. It might be well on the phone, but I've got to get that done first. Then I could call a bank and make an appointment, and then I could call Cyrus Radio and get my radio. So we used to have a lot of fun conversations together. You know what? I think I'm going to use that. I'm going to pull that hose out of the heater and hook it up today on this one. I'm going to hook up that big bottle. We're going to need it with this storm. All right, 43, 37, 38. Peace out. God bless. Whatever. And don't let the bed bugs bite. Hopefully you don't have bed bugs. If you have animals, you've had bed bugs.